Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Shazwan bin Hamdan. My matrix number is 2021-123-137. I am going to present my part, which are introduction, objective, and some part of data and analysis. First, introduction feedback about eSport. The purpose of our research is to find out how many students from banking course in UiTM Kedah engage in eSport. Under this section, we will discuss the background and the objective of study as it relates to the current global scenario, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. We would also like to know about their opinion and feedback of pros and cons in eSport. Next, background of study. Nowadays, a lot of online entertainment have been born since the pandemic of the COVID-19. In the same time, we also need to stay at home for prevent the spreading of COVID-19. The title that we choose for our research is Pros and Cons of eSport. The reason we choose this topic because we see eSport is developing in Malaysia. Esport is an entertainment that is electronic sport or in the same meaning online game. Without us noticing, esport has been entered into a large industry in the world. This is because all countries around the world can connect together to such of online game and also together into the same server. We conduct research using all of the above description to get comments and opinion about eSport from all students in course banking at UiTM Kedah. We gather opinions and feedback by using the Google form to create a question and distributing it to our respondent via WhatsApp. We have 53 respondents who answered question from students in course banking at UiTM Kedah, and we are utilizing technique simple random sampling SRS to distribute the questionnaire. Next, the objective of this study. There are 6 objectives that we get from this research. Firstly, to find out what students think about eSport. Second, to identify advantage and disadvantage of eSport to the student. Third, to know what type of online game students play. Fourth, to find out how much time the student spend playing online game in a day. Fifth, to identify the type of device that students use to play on online game. And lastly, to find student opinion on eSport as a career.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Azhar Abdullah. I want to explain about the section of data in our research. So, for the population from our research is our student in course banking at UiTM Kedah. After that, for the sample, we got 53 students from course banking in UiTM Kedah. And then, for the sampling technique, we use simple random sampling, and we have 53 respondents within all students from the course banking. Lastly, for the data collection method, for our findings, we conduct a survey using Google Forms. Then, we share the link of our research, our survey via WhatsApp based on the topic that we have do a research. This method have many advantages, which is time saving. Besides that, this method also quick to analyze. The result of the survey are ready to be analyzed at any time.
Next, data and analysis. The first data and analysis is gender. The number of respondents found was 53 pupils from students in course banking from UiTM Kedah. Based on the above information, the number of male is 33 students with 62%, more than female which is 20 students with 38% who answered the question. So, the mode is male with 33 students.
Based on the objective that have been shown on figure 3.2, we can find out the frequency of the age that play more as you can see, student of the age 21 to 23 is the higher number of students that play online game. After that, on the age 18 to 20 that have been recorded by us is 8 number of students that play online game. Lastly, as you can see, on the age of 24 to 26 and 27 to 29 have record equal, which is just one that play online game. In the conclusion that we can see, online game is more attract students from age 21 to 33.
The next data and analysis is kind of device student using playing esport. The bar graph show the highest student vote for what kind do you use while playing the online game is device handphone, which is 30 votes. Besides that, device laptop is the second highest number of respondent vote, which is 17. Lastly, for the third highest that the device used while playing game is computer, which is 6 respondent. From this, we can see the most device that respondent use is handphone. It is because by using handphone, student can play online games anywhere and anytime, rather than using laptop that difficult to play because it must have a comfortable and large place to play. Next, I will explain measure of central tendency and measure of dispersion about kind of device student use playing esport. First, calculate measure of central tendency. Number of student X is 30, 17 and 6. So, it means n equal to 3. Next, calculate mean. How to calculate mean? To calculate mean, we must plus x1, x2 and x3 divided by n. So, 30 plus 17 plus 6 divided by 3. The answer is 18. So, the mean of what kind of device student use while playing online game is 18%. Next, calculate median. First, we must find position of median. To find the position of median, we must use n plus 1 divided 2. So, n equal to 3 plus 1 divided 2. The answer of position of median is 2. So, we know that the value of median for kind of device is 17. Next, mood. For this data, it don't have any mood. Next, calculate measure of dispersion. Measure of dispersion divided by 2, which are standard deviation and variance. The first one, calculate summation of x and summation of x power of 2. Summation of x equal to 53, which is 17 plus 30 plus 6. Next, summation of x power of 2. 17 power of 2 plus 30 power of 2 plus 6 power of 2 equal to 1225. So, standard deviation equal to square root 1 divided and minus 1 bracket summation of x power of 2 minus summation of x times 2 divided n. So, it means square root 1 divided 3 minus 1 bracket 1225 minus 53 times 2 divided 3. The answer is 12.0139. To calculate variance, the answer of standard deviation times power of 2. So, it means 12.0139 power of 2 equal to 144.3338. So, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
As we can see in the figure 3.4, there are 3 types of online games that have been recorded by us. As we can see in the chart above, the online game that rates the higher usually student play is Player Unknown Battleground and its recorded number of 34 students. Next, from the chart that's shown above, the second higher that students usually play is Mobile Legends, and it has reached 18 number of students. Lastly, for the game that has one number of students is Dota. As we can see, the Dota the lower types of online games that students usually play. So, from the record that we can see, the students are most likely to play PUBG rather than Mobile Legends and Dota.
Next is how often students play online games. Table 3.3 shows frequency table of how students play online games. From the bar chart, we can see that the most respondents choose for sometimes to play online games, which is 33 students with 62% votes. It is because maybe students are often busy with lessons and do not have much time to play online games. Next, 11 students are rarely play online games with 21% votes. And lastly, the total of students choose always to playing online game is 9 students, which is the least from respondents with 17% votes. Next, figure 3.6. From the histogram, figure 3.6 shows the time students usually play online games. We can conclude most of the respondents are play online games at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is 29 votes. Then 15 respondents vote for 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. Next, 6 respondents play online games at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Lastly, the lowest votes are 3 for 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. From this, we can see playing online games in the noon and evening was not a habit by the respondent.
Okay, next is for my part, which is the benefit of playing sport. This bar chart and the table show that for the benefit of playing sport, there are 53 respondents who answer this questionnaire, which is refer to the number of students. 9 respondents with 70% vote candidate income. 12% respondent vote for 23% for build skill for future. 14 respondent which decision vote meet new friend for the benefit of playing sport. 18% which is with 33.696%, which is the highest vote for enhanced memory, brain speed and concentration. For the formula, how to calculate the mean, median and the standard deviation and so more. And the formula is for mean is 9 plus 12 plus 14 plus 18 divided by 4, and the answer is 13.25. The mean benefit of playing sport is 13.25%. 25%. Position of median n plus 1 over 2, and the answer is 2.5. Value of median is 13. The median of benefit of playing sport is 13. Mode is not no mode. And how to calculate the standard deviation is include the formula, which is with all the numbers, so you can get the answer is 3.7749, and the variation is times 2 power by 2, which is 14.2499, which is the answer. Next is the negative effect of playing sport. The table and the pie chart show that the negative effect of playing sport, which is the 53 respondents have answered this questionnaire. Based on this information, the number of students vote for additional 23 students. Besides that, 8 students vote for mental health. Next is 13 students with 25% vote for social disconnection. Lastly, 9 students with 70% vote for respective stress, injuries, and health risks. And last one for my part is, which is, could sport be a career? This table and pie chart show that how people agree or not agree with this esport to be a career. Esport to be a career, which is 53 respondents has answered this question. 85% respond vote yes for esport, and 50 respond vote no for esport to be a career.
In conclusion, we can see that the students know about esport. Based on the research, we can look at most students play esport. It is because students are easily influenced from friends to playing esport. Based on the survey, the most opinion of respondents about negative effect from playing esport is addiction. Furthermore, we know that the parents not support their child to playing online games. It is because parents are worried about their child's education can deteriorate if they regularly play esport. Lastly, we know that majority respondents agree with esport be a career. It is because there are many careers that from esport, like professional player, coach or analysis and others. That's all from us about pros and cons about esport to UiTM students. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.